Every painting tells a story, but when you create a series, those stories become chapters of a larger narrative. It all starts with an idea. Hello fellow artists, welcome to Curious Oil Painter. Keep watching to understand the elements and the steps you need to take to create a cohesive painting series. So before we dive in, let's quickly take a look at Monet's Ruined Cathedral series to understand what I'm about to be talking about. Monet painted the cathedral at different times of day and different weather conditions, capturing the play of light and shadow of the structure or the architectural elements of the cathedral's facade. What many don't realize though is that Monet had a sort of plan ahead of him. When we look at these paintings, they're all from the same point of view. What he did was set up a space and turned out there every time. And he wouldn't just paint the one painting, he would sometimes paint a couple of them simultaneously. Monet carefully considered what effects he wanted to achieve and maintained a consistent focus of his subject, creating a series that when viewed together offers a very profound exploration of light, atmosphere, and perception. By learning and applying the following planning steps, you'll be able to ensure that your series is not just a bunch of individual works, but a powerful and unified body of work. So let's begin. Let's begin with defining your concept. We start by clearly identifying our theme or our concept that we want to portray and explore. This unifying idea will set the tone, style, and subject matter of your work, which will ensure cohesion all across the series. Then there's something that I like to do, which is start sketching this initial idea the way that I currently envision it. And the way that I do this is through thumbnailing. Thumbnailing is extremely important for planning and quickly brain dumping everything. And then I like to move on to research and inspiration. And this is a place where we can start nurturing our little idea that is this seed. Oh, why do I keep saying that backwards? So we take our little idea or big idea or whatever idea we have, and we want to make sure it is nurtured and that it can grow roots. And that is when the research comes in. So we can look at different artists and how they decided to represent a similar theme to ours, or a series or individual work that that artist did. We can also look at history, nature, different current cultures, truly anywhere. During this phase, you can also start gathering all of the visual material that you're searching for and put it all in a folder or put it all in a mood board or in a folder and pick and choose whichever ones you want in a mood board. This way you're able to stay on track within your theme, style, color, mood, pretty much everything. And this way you can also keep referencing back and forth during your entire process. So to establish a visual language, we need to make sure we understand that the series is not just a collection of different images. It is a unified body of work. It is connected through the color, the style, the technique. What am I missing? Oh, the medium. So, well, we're talking about oil painting, but if you're doing something else that you see charcoal, acrylic, pastels, then on top oil, whatever mediums you decide to choose, it will have to unify all the pieces. We're going for consistency and cohesion, harmony. So make sure that they are unified in this manner as well. Choosing these elements is like choosing the mood for the chapter of your story. They all need to flow with one another to create a consistent yet evolving experience. So when we're going to outline, we're going to plan how many paintings we have in the series, the progression of ideas, and how they connect to one another, or how one connects to the next. And this will ensure that we maintain a cohesive flow and narrative throughout the entire series. And then after this, we can start sketching once again if you didn't before. This is before committing to the canvas. Sketching here is like brain dumping, but through sketches, through thumbnails, maybe a couple of detailed sketches if there's something that you need to understand a little bit better. But yes, this is not a time to be perfect, and just keep playing with ideas, finding new ideas maybe. exploring the different possibilities of this idea or theme or whatever it is, color, composition, blah, blah. From there, we can see what resonates with us. We can start detailing a couple of them. We can start creating a bigger thumbnail sketch, and from there, see if that's what we want to go with until we reach the final one. It is the one in the big canvas, which is the exciting part. And remember, each sketch is a building block to the structure of the series. Usually myself, during my sketches and during my exploration of what I want to do, I will spend a lot of time with the color and composition, perhaps technique, if there's something new that I'm tackling. So now we're going to start setting goals and deadlines. I personally tend to have a full roadmap from start to finish with different milestones in there. What I recommend doing is, if it's not in so much detail, at least for each painting, create a deadline so that you are able to stay on track. But remember, each deadline, each milestone is essentially a checkpoint. It's very easy to lose track of time, and I did when I made this series that I have behind me. It's not great, but at least you see one of the paintings. And I was spending like about a month or a little bit more per painting at the very beginning. Well, they are pretty big still, but I wanted to take less time, and I ended up crunching it down so hard. I was finishing the remaining paintings, which I believe were 4 or 5 within a week. So 1 week per painting. So it took me about a month to complete the rest of the paintings. I was working insane amount of hours per day, sleep about 4, nap for about 2 if I would pass out after lunch, just heavy meal, just tired, just think, just for a little second I'm gonna lay down, regain my strength. Without knowing it, I'd be asleep for 2 to 4 hours, and then I'd stay up all night and keep working. So to avoid that situation where everything is very unplanned, unbalanced, it's best to make realistic deadlines for each painting, for each little milestone within that painting. Set everything into small, manageable tasks that you know you can keep on checking off that list and be okay with the remaining time that is left to complete that painting and that series. By the way, I'm curious, how do you plan your series or projects of this nature? Do you tend to dive in with a rough idea, leave it to complete spontaneity? Do you meticulously plan every detail and stick to the plan? What do you do? Let me know in the comments down below. Have a little discussion about planning versus no planning, essentially, or a mix of both. Because I do believe flexibility is important, to be able to if something spontaneous happens, to be able to stay flexible and work around or with that spontaneous thing that happened, and extend the time or shorten the time if necessary. That's me. Give me your opinions in the box below where you can comment. Also, if you find these useful, let me know by hitting the like button. I do have a little bit of bonus information at the end, and let's continue to the last one. If you are someone planning to exhibit like me, who hasn't been able to exhibit properly yet, think ahead about how you want to present the works in a way that makes sense for the paintings and the series to flow and walk around, if that's something you want to do. If you're doing it online as well, maybe there's a different type of presentation available to do. Plan for a consistent presentation that highlights the unity of the series. And now we're done with this portion. Let me tell you just real quick before you go, which you might have already. But anyway, if you did stick around until here, let me give you a little reward and tell you the benefits if you haven't tried painting a series yet. I have 3 for you. So real quick, numero uno. This is an excellent way to deepen your artistic exploration. It obviously allows you to really delve deep into a theme or concept or idea or technique, whatever you need to explore. You're going to very thoroughly be able to do that This sort of focused exploration leads to more refined and meaningful work, and especially since the work itself is going to be able to take the insights and ideas from the previous work. There's a huge list of benefits, but I'm just offering 2 more. So, número 2, you are going to build a more cohesive portfolio if this is something that you are interested in having. A well-planned series will showcase your ability to work conceptually and maintain a consistent style. This is not only great for the portfolio, it's actually fantastic for galleries and potential future clients that may stumble upon your work. Maybe curators, collectors, who knows. Don't get your hopes up for now, but this is the potential landscape that's ahead. Y número 3, you are going to be able to establish your identity the more you do series paintings or painting series. What? Oh my god, my brain just pooped itself. The more you paint, the more clear your style becomes. You start to like solidify your own techniques, and you're able to paint more because you're already comfortable in that space. The more solidified your work style and voice is as an artist, it will make your work more recognizable and distinct in the art world. And that's always something very favorable for any artist. If you've reached this point, thank you so much for doing so. If you'd like to join my little journey on my current series, hit that subscribe button along with a little notification bell for you to get notified when I upload. So, thank you for your time, and I'll see you in the next one. Happy painting!